Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another Live Wire Sports Media Update. All right, and some shocking detail today, which I didn't really expect it to because I was a little busy, but come to find out that Caitlin Clark had a stalker. Now, we just witnessed Paige Becker stalker was brought to justice. Now we have one for Caitlin Clark. Now, it's if you go back and look at some things, you know, when Caitlin Clark makes an appearance, especially at ball games or whatever, you see sometimes she wears a hat, she wears a jacket or whatever. She kind of look incognito. But I would never thought in a million years that, well, again, you know what? Let me back up. It's crazy just to realize that sometimes there are people out there that really own something. They own something because you could be a fan of somebody. We all fans of somebody. We all fans. We all love our players. But when you go out of your way just to really be possessive, stalking, it's almost like predatory or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and this is why me personally, I have a really disdain for child predators, trafficking, and all of this stuff. I'm really like adamant about some stuff like this. And when you put stalking right up there, it is one of the most egregious things that you could ever do to a person because you are fixated on a person, whether it's about their looks or whatever the case might be. Caitlin Clark is 22 years old, soon to be 23. Lives her life to the fullest, captivating millions and millions of fans around the world and in the United States. But at the same time, it takes one deranged individual to come out there and to really show who they really are. I don't like stuff like that. So today, excuse me. So today, this gentleman right here, court documents say investigators confirmed that recent text messages from Lewis came from a hotel located in the 100 block of a West Market Street in downtown Indianapolis and another IP address from a business in downtown Indy. According to court documents, MIPD officers went to Lewis' hotel room on Wednesday, January 8th, on a welfare check. Now, this is the man that stalked Caitlin Clark. So, Corey Peterson, who she works for the Indy Star. I love her work. She always brings great content and everything. She said, according to court documents, the Texas man traveled to Indianapolis and sent Caitlin Clark both threats and sexual explicit messages online. When people asked him about the message, he said it was an imaginary relationship. This is how child predators get caught because they do the same. The pattern is similar. They set up in an unknown location, use a certain IP address, try to be online, luring and fixating over young girls, young boys, and stuff like that. Now, some of y'all might not remember because I am a little older than some of y'all out there. Monica Seles, the great Monica Seles, who was one of the world's famous tennis players. She was my favorite tennis player of all time. You know what I'm saying? She had her battles with Steffi Graf. She was stalked. She was stalked until she was stabbed in her shoulder, back of her shoulder. Monica Seles was on top of her game back then. Ever since she got stabbed by a fan, she never been the same. She never been the same. She was a decent player, but she never been at the height of her powers like she was. If y'all ever watched the movie The Fan with Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro, if you never seen it, I suggest you go watch it. And this talks about a fixation of a fan over a player. This stuff like this happens on a basis. People get so sucked into these fans and they want to be near them because for some odd, strange mental reason that they out here doing crazy stuff. There is no place, and let me make this perfectly clear. There is no place in sports for a person to be like that. No place. I don't care who it is, men or women. You should not be acting like that. You see fans get irate or, causing fights at football games, baseball games. There's no place for that. Then you feel like, hey, I like this. I like this player. You can like a player. You can like their post. All of us as fans of Caitlin Clark, content creators, fans of Caitlin Clark, we like her stuff. We share her stuff, but we don't send her egregious messages just to say, "Oh, I like you." Look at some of the stuff that this dude sent. This shows you how crazy the length that people goes to. This dude literally said, "I love you, Caitlin Clark. I love you so much." He came again and said, "I got another sunset, Caitlin. I got another sunset. It's beautiful, just like you." Then he wrote, my alarm clock went off, saying alarm clock, but Caitlin Clark. It's time for me to say, I love you so much. Then he said, this is what happens when you put God first. Just ask Caitlin. A whole new world theme song to the movie Aladdin. This 911, what is your emergency? Caitlin fell in the snow and we can't find her anywhere. It's like she disappeared. Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Brass monkey, junkie, that funky monkey. Then he put at the last part of the bottom, said, Hilton is about to be my home. Never stay in one place so long. Good night, Caitlin. Do you see how deranged and crazy this is? For a person like this to actually literally write all of this, you can look, if you really read all of the stuff that he said, he's out of his mind. He's totally loco. He's crazy. Somebody that looked like, I hate to say it, Jeffrey Dahmer, he's crazy. Who knows what else? Who knows what else this man has been doing? He could have been messing with children for all we know. And I'm sorry that I'm getting deep into this, but hey, I'm just, me personally, this stuff like this actually bothers me, because Caitlin Clark has not done nothing to nobody. We've seen her go through the WNBA and went through all of the scrutiny, the backlash. She been harassed. As a matter of fact, the Connecticut Sun, the last game they played, the Connecticut Sun, they beat them. A guy was harassing Caitlin Clark, cursing her out, called her all kind of names. You know what I'm saying? Then Alyssa Thomas didn't get on the podium and talk about that the Caitlin Clark fans was harassing her, calling her racist names. But then y'all didn't even address the situation that happened to Caitlin Clark right there in y'all own arena. See, Caitlin Clark is so humble. She walks with her head down, but we don't know what's going on and been bothering her. You know what I'm saying? But she keeps going. And maybe Now, if you think about this, go back to the Time magazine when she had on that revealing dress and she was sitting uncomfortable. Maybe that was a reason why she probably sat that way. She's not used to showing a lot of revealing parts of her body. Yes, she dresses sexy. Yes, she dresses classy, but showing a lot of revealing parts of her body, maybe that's a reason why. See, stuff like this right here, I don't play with at all. I don't play with. And then you sit here and have this man out here. And I'm gonna read something because this the kind of stuff right here that ticks me off a little bit. Somebody named Mila Nova on X wrote this, said, when we tried to tell y'all her fan base was weird and mentally ill, y'all were defending them. Y'all made them weirdos feel comfortable. Stop defending and allowing abusive behavior. Now, this is where I'm going to put a self-check on this person. First of all, people are weird no matter who they are. But why it has to be her fan base? See, this is the thing that pisses me off, because the fact of the matter is you want to blame her fans for what's going on with her. Now and then y'all want to say, well, see, her fans was the one that doing all of this to Angel Reese, doing all of this to Kennedy Carter, doing all of this to Nick Harrington, doing all of this to Lissa Thomas. Now they're coming after her, trying to use her fans as a scapegoat for some deranged person that has a fixation of sickness. See, when this report came out today, I was in the process of moving, and I had really wanted to compile my thoughts before I even dropped any information on this. But as you can tell, that I went into this. There's a lot of scenarios out there, but stop blaming Caitlin Clark fans. Stop blaming Indiana Fever fans for people's sick fascination of sickness. These people are sick. This could happen to anybody. Like I just mentioned, it just happened to Paige Beckers. But is that a Caitlin Clark fan? I mean, is that a Caitlin Clark fan that's stalking Paige Beckers? Was that a Fever fan? No. But you want to use Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans in the same breath to push any narrative that y'all need to. Then you got Jemele Hill, who I never liked Jemele Hill. I never liked her. Now, this is the old tweet that came back up. Jemele Hill wrote back, see, one thing about us, we bookmark stuff and we keep it as receipts because we always have to come back and bring it to the light. So Jemele Hill say, I don't like to play the oppression Olympics, but has Caitlin Clark had to delete her social media accounts? No, but her teammate Aaliyah Boston did. Cece has been giving out a few hard shots herself, talking trash, drawing with refs, and yet anytime she's in the subject of physical play, or hard play, or hard foul, or trash talk, opposing players are absolutely villainized. She is not constantly subjected to racial slurs, and whatever hate she does experience, she is not told to toughen up or that her feelings doesn't matter. She is not subject to both sidesism, nor are people trying to justify any hatred towards her. See, this is the problem with people like Jemele Hill. The victim mentality they always try to play the victim mentality. Who said that Caitlin Clark doesn't go through the same stuff that other people go through? Who say that stuff doesn't bother Caitlin Clark? because she doesn't go to run to social media and cry about it and sit on the podium and rub her eyes and look at me, stop sexualizing me. She did what she needed to do, file a police report and let the cops handle it. If that's so, take note, Angel Reese's, Kennedy Carter's, Alyssa Thomas's, all of y'all. If y'all feel like there's somebody's quote unquote stalking y'all or sexualizing y'all or doing anything to y'all, if you got proof, pull the receipts on them, have them locked up. You ain't got to run to the podium and try to like make it seem like it's Indiana Fever fans that's doing that. Caitlin Clark she did y'all job for y'all and did it in a way that it didn't make her look weak. It didn't make her look weak. She handled it in the right way. She ain't had to go to do a press conference. She ain't had to stand there crying with her family holding her back or whatever. She took care of the job. She let the authorities handle it. And now he's locked up. He's supposed to have a hearing. He's facing, I think facing, I forgot how many years he's facing right now if he gets convicted. So but it's what it is. But I hope they throw with the key on him, because guess what? It sends a message. It sends a message. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Live Wire. Until the next episode, I'm out. Peace.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.